Well, hello there everybody, and welcome to this short presentation on the Year 9 options process for 2023. So the aims of this presentation are threefold. What we need to do is to ensure that all stakeholders, that's parents and students, really fully understand the options process and what the options process looks like here at St Bede's. We are also going to have a discussion about the difference between GCSE and Level 2 vocational qualifications and those that are offered here at St Bede's. We offer a full range of qualifications from traditional GCSEs to Level 2 vocational qualifications in certain subjects. And then lastly, it's really supporting students to choose the subjects that are relevant, challenging and are going to enable them to achieve the best possible outcomes at the end of Year 11. Before we start to look at the options curriculum and options subjects at St Bede's, it's really important that we develop an understanding of the core curriculum that all students will study across years 10 and 11. So on screen now you can see the subjects that are the core curriculum. So students will study GCSE English Language and GCSE English Literature, and they'll receive a GCSE in both subjects, so one for English Language, one for English Literature. Students will also study GCSE Mathematics and GCSE Science. GCSE Science is the trilogy, which is biology, chemistry and physics, but will receive 2 GCSEs across the 3 discrete areas. Students will also study GCSE RE. As a Catholic school, that's something that all students will study across the next 2 years, and they'll study either GCSE History or GCSE Geography, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. On their timetable, students will also have 1 lesson of Core PE a week, which is statutory guidance from the DfE. So all of these lessons added together, subjects added together, account for 21 lessons of the 30 lesson week, with the options subjects making up the other 9. Digging a little bit further now into science and humanities just for a moment. So all students will study science, and that's the trilogy course and will receive 2 GCSEs. So students will all study elements of biology, chemistry and physics, but to a lesser extent than if you were to do the triple sciences. So students, however, can opt to extend the science curriculum to receive GCSEs in all 3. So a GCSE in biology, a GCSE in chemistry and a GCSE in physics. There's no necessity to do this, and it will take up one of the options choices, but I will talk about a little bit later. But all students will study science and will receive 2 GCSEs in science. In terms of humanities, the way that the school timetable is structured means that students can either choose GCSE History or GCSE Geography. Unfortunately, students aren't able to choose both of those subjects due to the way that the timetable is constructed. However, this will mean that students, should they choose a language as well, will receive the English Baccalaureate qualification, something that a lot of the universities, etc., will look for moving into higher education. Before we look at the options subjects available at St Bede's, it's important to know something about how the timetable is constructed and therefore why we make certain decisions. So all students will be placed into either the X band or the Y band. This is so that the timetable can be written efficiently for the rest of the school as well. Now, roughly, there'll be 100 students in the X band and 40 students in the Y band, and the decision as to which band your child will go in will be decided by the core subjects. So there'll be a meeting of the heads of English, Maths, Science, RE and Humanities, and that will be a discussion between those members of staff as to which members of our school community, student-wise, need to be in which academic band. It's important to note that student progress is not limited by the band that they're placed in, whether that is the X band or the Y band. Now, upper band students will have to study a language to fulfil the demands of the English Baccalaureate. That therefore means that with the other suite of qualifications of the core curriculum, English, Maths, Science and Humanities, the History or the Geography, students will then receive the English Baccalaureate suite of qualifications as they will choose a language. And I'll explain more about how this is going to look on the options form a little bit later. Please be rest assured that all students are thought of equally at St Bede's, and we do look really carefully at the banding and the effects that will have on the students and their progress moving forwards. Now here at St Bede's, as I spoke about on one of the initial slides, we offer both GCSE qualifications and level 2 equivalent qualifications in more vocational subject areas. So on screen now you will see the options that students have to choose from, and they will essentially choose 3 of these options. So we offer in languages, French at GCSE level and German at GCSE level. In performing arts we offer drama at GCSE level and music at GCSE level. In the art and design department we offer art and design at GCSE level and photography at GCSE level. And within the PE department we offer a GCSE in PE. We also offer design and technology as a GCSE as part of the technology department's suite of qualifications. Now on the right hand side of the screen you'll see 4 subjects which are either labelled as level 2 vocational or BTEC. These are essentially all vocational qualifications which are of the equivalent level to a GCSE. Level 2 being GCSE level, level 3 is A level, level 2 being GCSE level. So we offer a vocational qualification in engineering. We also offer a level 2 qualification in hospitality and catering. We offer 2 BTECs here at St Bede's. This is still a vocational qualification run by BTEC and Pearson, and those are in health and social care and in information technology. If you have any further queries about those particular subjects, please do consult the options booklet, and if those questions are still not answered, please do speak to either the subject leader or myself. So you might be wondering how we've created and decided on these option blocks. Well, this is a very similar situation to the one we find ourselves in every year. And what we do is we have done surveys and mock options with Year 9. So we've tried to make these blocks suitable for the vast majority of students. We've listened to students, we've listened to staff about where these options need to fall. Obviously, for example, everything in Block A is taught at the same time. So we need to be mindful that students are able to select the options that they wish to in the vast majority of cases. And then most importantly for us as a school, we also need to be able to timetable this. So obviously we have 700 students in this school and about 45 teachers, all of which have to be put into our school timetable. So we need to make sure that, as well as making sure that all or the vast majority of our students can choose the options that they wish to, we can also actually timetable this so that the school can run. Following on from consultation with staff and with students, we have now finalised the option blocks for this year. These might not be perfect for all students, but we have done a lot of consultation with the students and worked extensively to try and make sure that these are as fit as possible for the vast majority of students. Now, the way that the timetable works is that everything in Block A is taught at the same time, everything in Block B is taught at the same time, and everything in Block C is taught at the same time. Therefore, students will need to pick one subject from each option block, and we've tried to design them so that the majority of students can pick the subjects that they wish to pick. So in Block A, we have engineering, French, German, PE or health and social care. In Block B, we have triple science, art, French, German, drama or IT. And in Block C, we have hospitality and catering, that's food, design and technology, PE, health and social care, music or photography. Now, as I said earlier, the students will need to pick one subject in each block. Upper band students or X-band students in the end will have to study a language. So on the options form that will go out on Friday, you will see there's 2 versions. So there's version 1 Block A, version 1 Block B, etc. In version 1, students will have to choose at least one language. So it could be French in Block A, for example, or German in Block B. It could be both if students want to choose 2 languages. But in version 1, students have to choose a language. In version 2, students have free choice. They may still want to choose a language, and that's absolutely fine. But in version 2, it's completely free choice. Needless to say, students can't study French in Block A and French in Block B, or study PE in Block A and PE in Block C. They have to be 3 separate qualifications. All of the information about these subjects can be found on the school website, on this page actually where this video is hosted, and these have been created by the subject leaders. So there's extensive information from all subject leaders regarding all subjects. There's also written information in the options booklet that is also available on this page. If you have any queries about any subject matters, please do contact the subject leader, and their contact details are shown on this page. And just a few pieces of advice really about the options form and making these decisions. Please try to avoid options that are set up for one specific career. This can be quite limiting in the future, especially if career paths or career choices change. Please do not pick options just because your friends are taking those options. At the end of the day, there are no guarantees that you're going to be in the same class. For example, there might be 3 French classes running at the same time. Please make sure you really think about what it is you want to study into your GCSEs. And of course, do take advice from staff. Speak to your teachers, speak to the colleges, speak to universities and have a look at their prospectuses, etc. Speak to Miss Taylor, speak to Mr. Chapman, speak to whoever it is you need to about your options choices. Your staff are the best people who are the most informed in terms of offering you advice for your options. And very lastly, some further information about options. So while we fully hope that all of these options will run, in certain circumstances it might not be possible. For example, if a subject only receives 3 students in the entire year group wanting to study it, it's unfortunately not cost effective to run that subject. But we will communicate that information with parents and with students. I will send a letter to you with the final options choices later in the academic year. It will take us a little while to get that sorted because we need to have the banding meeting to decide whether students are in the X band or the Y band, and there might be situations where certain options are full and have to be re-opted for. But that will be done in line with you as parents, and that will be done in line with the students. The deadline for the options form to be completed is Friday the 17th of March, and a link will be sent out to you on Friday the 10th of March, and it will be put on the school website on Friday the 10th of March. The reason for this is so that you've got this week and next week to watch these videos to really reflect on the options choices that you and your children would like to choose. Also, it's Year 9 Parents' Evening on Thursday the 9th of March, which is an ideal opportunity for you to speak to subject teachers about the courses. Following that, we will release the options form on the 10th of March for a full week, and this needs to be completed by Friday the 17th. After that date, it's really worth noting that some courses may be full. We have certain subjects that are always very popular, and certain subjects that can only take a certain number of students. For example, food has to be capped at 20 because of the resources available in the food classroom. So please do make sure that these forms are completed by Friday the 17th of March. The options booklet and the departmental information videos are available on the school website. By the very virtue of you watching this video, you will have found that page, but please do have a good look through these. Only look at the ones that you're possibly interested in if you're fairly certain, but please do feel free to watch as many as you wish. They will be hosted online until Friday the 17th of March. Thank you very much for listening to this presentation. We hope that you do have an excellent experience through the options process. Please do speak to staff. Please do have conversations with your parents and then parents obviously with your children. And we look forward to working together to make the next part of the St Bede's experience, the Key Stage 4, as good as it could be. If you have any queries, please do contact either myself as the curriculum manager, and my details are on the page that you've just come from to watch this video, or if it's about subject specific matters, please do contact the subject leaders. Again, their contact details are shown on the page. Thank you very much.